latch broken. This little plastic part right here that has the lift gate goes in right there, comes out here, supposed to push down on this thing. Broke off. Show you how quick and simple. The lift gate, you can't get to it from the outside. There's a couple different techniques. I'll show you the one on the outside. I found removing this right here, little panel, with just some of these nice non-marring tools. Popped it in there, popped it off, and then these things just come off with these little bracket points. Okay, so you just pull them off, and then you reach under here, work along there, and pull the bigger part off, and then lift up right here with your fingers on both sides. Take that panel off. Then there's 6 screws holding this big panel on right here. And then what I found, this is the mechanism that motor that raises and lowers the back window. Okay, I'd recommend loosening this and dropping it down, but not taking it totally apart, so you don't have to worry about dealing with the glass. And then once you get back in there, you'll see 2 little screws, one right there on the latch and one on the other side, and you got to get those off, and then you take it off from the outside. Okay, but in order to, once you get the wire bracket off of here, okay, that's this little cable, you're able to actually pull this just with your fingers even. And once you pull this little lever towards you, it'll just lift right up and away. The axle bracket, and to get to it, you definitely have to remove this. There's some pinch. See these little guys right here? These little nipples. Pinch them from the other side. Okay, and give them a boost coming off. There's one screw right here that you got to take off from the lock, and then this thing will fall away. Then you can gain access to this from the inside by taking those 2 screws off, pull it out of there. Okay, Toyota gave me a quote of over $500 to actually change this out. This is absolutely nuts. I ordered this part right here brand new off of Amazon for 19 bucks. And seems to have the same plastic parts on it. We'll see how it does. eBay has them also. Before putting the latch back in here, make sure you secure using 1 screw there, 1 screw there into the back of this bracket right there. If you don't, you have to reassemble it all. Make sure you get those on. You get those 2 screws in, then we can reassemble it. Basically just work it up in the side of there, drop it in like so. Make sure you have this attached from the inside. Shouldn't have had to take that off, actually. I did. And then you can begin working. Get that secured from the outside. You need to put your cable back in there. Okay, so from the inside, reattach the cable to the carrier by pushing it up in there, pushing that piece in that bracket first, and then sliding this one into place. Locks into place like so. And then you take your carrier cover, work it up in there, slide her into place. Sliding glass motor mounted back into place. Be sure and put these two screws back in this bracket right here, and the other one right there. Screw and this screw or bolts put back in. That will actually snug up this. Drop this panel. We'll snug up this around this rim right here. I was a little confused why that wouldn't suck down, but once those 2 screws of the handle right here are in place, you're ready to go. and we can put the window housing assembly for the back window back into place. So they go into these 4 brackets right there. Take a little 1x3 or 2, put it right under there. Get you a good grip on it, and you'll notice it screws in, just pop right in, settles right into place. Put the all right, make sure you get that 1 screw set back in here to secure this locking mechanism. You work from the outside and the inside both to get that in there. Always a good idea to test it. Make sure it's gonna unlatch for you before you reassemble the inside panels. Housing for the rear window mounts are in place. You're ready to re-secure the overall panel with just a few set screws. This panel back in, be sure to slide that in first, both of those, before you reassemble this top bracket. So you take this one and just slide her. Okay, once you've slipped them in, plug this one in, put your screws, get that light on there right, bolts back in, and then go ahead and reassemble. Careful not to over tighten. Okay, once you're ready to assemble this back panel, make sure your weatherproofing is good all the way across the back. And then the goal here is to seat this first. Okay, the top weatherproofing, and in there like so, and then slide it down into place. Slides into place, then you can work your way around, and you'll hear the pop those little brackets into place. Okay, you also note that you line up your screw for the handle. Okay, this piece is fairly easy. It just slides up in here like so, locks into place. One more on this side. Next, then we put the handle. Reassemble the handle. Once that is snapped into place, go ahead and get your license plate, put it back on, and your backup camera, of course. Oh, you don't have one of them, you say? Well, check out my other video, show you how to put that in place. It's about an hour job to reassemble that latch, but like I said, it was $550 at the Toyota service center, so I would recommend it. The latch off of Amazon or eBay, either one, very cheap, less than 20 bucks, and was able to reassemble it in an hour. And if you're better than I am, shorter than that. Best of luck.